where we left off last time. The party had literally just gotten back from the Warren of the Withered Blood. And fortunately enough, managed to kick Mace's teeth in. With some degree of difficulty, because obviously, you know, Mace is a problem. But anyway, enough of me rambling about that. So, I think we left off like an hour before you guys were supposed to have a re-meeting with the Guildmaster. So we'll pick up from there.
Yeah.
So you've spent the next about 3 hours just basically taking the time to rest and recover after quite a harsh experience. And you got about an hour until you've obviously got to reconvene with the Guildmaster. The current in-game date is the 20th of August, 56 AR. So you managed to get this done the same day.
Let's go.
So it's roughly late evening, and there's a little bit of a commotion in the hallway as you hear a few familiar voices kind of grow louder as they go past the door and then fade.
Do I hear what they say or who they are?
I can tell you who they are, but you wouldn't be able to pick up on what they're talking about. So that the people that walk past that door are Leon, Throck, and Mado, as Group V has left the building to go and do their cleanup mission, to basically finish out the monsters that you left behind in the Warren with the blood.
Oh, they're leaving now. I thought maybe
Yeah.
they were getting back. Okay.
No. So
No.
to give you an idea, you've been back in this guild hall for about 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours at most. So the moment that you got back, they were basically sent off because of good old Rem's intervention. Group V were not able to accompany you into the Warren until you had achieved completion of your mission and reported back to the guild. So,
They'll be alright. This is a compensation starter, guys.
Oh.
Don't leave me in the dust, man. Don't leave me in the dust, man!
Yeah, let's hope so.
Zanus
No,
looks
but
a
I think-
little unconfident as he frowns. Well, they didn't exactly have the best outfitting for that mission, but I mean, me, Penton, and Uzok went to go and check in on them like an hour ago-ish, and they seemed ready. Although Leon definitely looked like he was about to tear his hair out.
I hope the information I gave about some of the monsters in there will at least prove some use.
Yeah, me
We
too.
cleared out so many of them for them.
Well, do remember we did also get teleported at least twice. Shit, you know that last floor?
Mm-hmm.
We got teleported basically from the start of that floor to right to the end.
Those teleport
Oh.
traps were mighty convenient.
Shut up.
Uzok looks at Alec. Yeah, they're pretty useful. Although, from what I've seen with when Sarek was messing with them, they're not exactly safe.
No, I mean that's what traps are supposed to be. Unsafe.
I suppose we got really lucky then.
Yeah. Let's hope they get really lucky.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine. There's no bloody boss fight waiting for them at the end, right?
Kay's expression goes rather blank, and she looks around the room. Wait, I disabled all of the doors when we made our way out.
Oh. Oh, fuck. They're gonna get swarmed.
Kay immediately bursts out of the room, looks down the hallway, looks back into the room, walks back in, looking rather dejected. Yeah, they're
gone.
They're gone. They are. Long gone.
Well,
Wait.
we told them that there was no doors, so at least they know going in.
Okay, somebody told them.
Okay.
Oh, good. I was gonna sending them, but
So they're all fine, right? No more panic.
Oh,
Okay,
I mean, we
We can't
won't,
really
we
get
won't
panic.
know.
We don't know yet, Alice.
They've literally just left to go. We won't know at least for like a few days, because, yeah.
Xanus's ears perk up when you say that, Marno. Well, at the very least, we can keep an eye out on the entranceway until they, come back. For now, though, I think we should probably head off to go and have that meeting with Purple Wolf. Meeting with the Guildmaster.
right, yeah.
Okay.
And Xanus pops up from his seat and starts making his way to that little meeting room. I'm presuming everybody else is following. Please correct me otherwise.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Okay. So you collectively make your way into this little meeting room. It's actually the same place, the same meeting room you had before you were sent off on your mission. And Lupus sits basically in the same position he was previously, as the group filter in, take their seats, whatever. Oh, a little bit earlier than I was expecting, but always a good sign. So, how is everybody? Nobody died, judging by the fact that everybody's in here.
Yep, looks like it.
Okay.
We're doing great.
Could be worse, could be better.
So, give me a rough status on what's happening. I know that you've already told me about the fact that Mace has the Helm heirloom. Well, both. I'm assuming both parts of it, considering what happened with annihilating Cataclysm. But you said he had the other half. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So, unfortunately, was not what I expected to happen. But I can give you some good news that we have, well, I say we, as if there are a few of us, the guild itself. So all of our bookworms and whatever came together, and we have managed to successfully make many breakthroughs. So we now know the locations of these heirlooms, and we know roughly what should be guarding them. Which is, useful.
Wow, those are
because-
huge breakthroughs.
Well, yeah, because we now know where they are, and hopefully, what's basically keeping them protected. Because I'm sure you can probably imagine something that powerful's probably got to have something of equal strength guarding it.
Of course.
Yeah.
We've also got news that three or four of our prior friends are making their way back. Well, I say making their way back here. Making their way here. Although, unfortunately, Marianne's been detained by her wife. I don't know how many of you actually know who Marianne is, but she was one of.
I know who she is.
Ah, yes, Alice. I'm sure your mother had quite a positive relationship with her last time I recall.
Oh my goodness, my mother loved Marianne. Although I don't really think that she spent much time with her after I was born, but I've heard many stories.
Well, that's good. She's been temporarily detained by her wife, but she will be making her way down here to join the rest of us soon. For now, though, Milo, your mother is making her way here. Kay, Mira, yeah. The two of you, your mother is making her way here. Cassandra is making her way downtown. Hopefully, we won't hear an
Walking
airship crashing.
fast.
Is she passing faces? Because I'm kind of scared if she is.
Well, from what I'm aware, Lilac's received the message that the family airship that's normally used for noble gatherings and greetings and all of that fancy crap has been taken and is currently making its way to here at breakneck speed.
Oh, thank God.
Breakneck.
She might break next, to be fair. It's not the best phrasing.
Well, let's just say that we've made sure that the force fields and protective magics around the guild itself are ready in case an airship decides to crash into the side of the building.
I wouldn't put it past her.
Please
Okay
do.
then.
Please do it.
Please, no.
Also,
It'd be so funny.
Alice, your mother is making her way here as well.
My mother's coming as well.
Of course, I've managed to send out a whole bunch of messages and pulled in a few favors and, well, essentially everybody who can regather here is already on their way here. Aside from Sarek, I'm sure you've probably been made aware of his presence previously. He is currently waiting in the Feywild for a good chance to pop in. But anyway, I shan't bore you to death with random tidbits of information.
Alec, you'll finally meet my mother.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
Wow, can I
Well,
meet
yeah.
your mother?
You know my mother, goddammit. You don't need to meet my mother.
I want to meet her
Jesus
again.
Christ.
Well, okay, you can meet her again, but Alec is the one who's never met my mother.
Has everyone else met your mother? I'm just wondering why
Yeah.
I look at Penton.
Wait,
I've
She
met
was there
many
on-
people's mothers,
She was
but
there on
not
that
any of
fight
you.
where we unfortunately lost a soul.
What?
Lupus pipes up. I do believe that Alice is referring to the brief period where you may have encountered them during the Zodia siege.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Sorry. I know it's not really like what I like. Bring up a lot.
No, it's
Maybe I
quite
saw
fine.
her.
Speaking
Maybe
of which,
briefly in passing, but you'll get to meet her properly now, and you'll see like just how cool she is.
well, I should let you know that you'll be working very closely with these goddesses. And I would appreciate, whilst you may not see me speak to them as respectfully as their worshippers may, and Lupus takes a moment to ponder, specifically the thought of Astra crosses his mind. Whilst I may not speak with them as if they are these all-powerful beings, do keep in mind that they could probably crush your skull between their fingers if they so felt like it.
Oh yeah, they definitely could.
I mean,
I agree.
That's the same for like half the people in
Sounds
this building,
exciting.
to be honest.
You get
No,
what,
no,
you get what I
no,
mean.
no.
You get what I
I'm
mean.
telling you, my mother, she is a whole other category of like powerful. Like you've never even seen it before. I'm just saying. So brace yourself.
So true, Alice. I believe you.
Yeah, you need to because I'm a daughter. I grew up with that damn woman.
Well, I can tell you I've seen that woman in action. That being said, I should make you all aware that the upcoming battle that we will be facing together, I will be trying to spend some time helping you learn to twincast with each other again, should you wish it. But I will let you know in advance that myself, Arolas, and Sarek will not be joining you immediately. We will have to hold off until the Top Abomination itself has been weakened to some degree, so it doesn't try to flee when we arrive. Because, to give you a very brief history, myself and Tuck have had some conflicts, we'll put it that way, and he is very much aware of the strength that I wield. He's also aware that a 13 versus 1 is not exactly favorable. I should also let you know that the heads of the Lillian Beast cult have been confirmed to have gathered. That being Renvus, Serenpass, and Seriel have all been confirmed to have essentially retreated off to wherever their main headquarters are. We found them, or at least their names, on the most recent transport paperwork from multiple different islands.
Naughty.
Well, yes. That being said, we have, referring to myself and the elites have settled on having your group join us when we basically hit back Diamond Weapon into the depths. So essentially, you will be assisting us in delivering a very powerful strike to a machine that would be more than capable of flattening several islands in the span of a day.
We're gonna do that.
Wow, I can't believe Alice is lagging in real life.
Why is this is the most exciting mission that we're ever gonna do? Why is no one else excited?
Probably because of what's looming on the horizon.
Probably because we're also very tired from doing that mission we just did.
Yeah. I want to eat ice cream.
Understandable. Well,
Come on, that mission was nothing, guys. You need to pull yourselves together. We can do better than that. Yeah, we're like super strong, super cool.
Lupus looks at Alice and makes direct eye contact. Yes, I'm aware that you may not have had too difficult of a time. But do recall that whilst you may have the endurance to continue, a group is defined by its weakest member. So
Me.
If Lupus sits there and has a little chuckle at how immediate that comes out.
At least you're honest about it, but you sound a bit
Alex,
too
don't be
excited.
so down on yourself. Come on, you're being
No,
silly.
no, he has reasons to.
What?
I mean-
Mira, why are you taking our members down like this?
Because he's
Nolan
tall.
pipes up with this. Well, I'd fucking imagine that it'd be the summoner over there. Spent half the fucking time on the floor. Do you enjoy your nap? You enjoy your dirt nap,
To be
lad?
fair,
Fuck off.
Hey,
Oh,
be nice to
Can I have
Chelsea.
a
He
nap
can't
in the
help
next
it.
battle?
No. We need you awake
Since you are so
to
nice.
do things.
I am God Sleepy Soldier.
No,
no, you can't be
sleeping.
lying on the floor taking a nap during a whole combat session. Are you serious? The adrenaline will be like pumping through your body. You don't have time to have a nap.
How
Well,
much
watch
adrenaline
me.
did you feel during the last
I
battle?
mean, I can say firsthand I was technically sleeping during one of the most recent Grand Guild games that happened. I fell asleep during the middle of one of the combat
you
situations,
sleepwalking?
and well, not sleepwalking per se.
You slept, fought. That's English.
I sat down and I nodded off, and when I woke up again, the person was on the floor, and I can't work out
I could
whether...
never.
It's like run style, but sleep style.
Sure. It was actually a bit of an accident, but you know what they say about accidents? They usually happen.
Well,
make
that's what my dad
babies.
said to me.
What?
You know what? It doesn't
Oh
surprise me that they
my.
would say something like that.
Oh
Anyway,
my.
what I shall do, I will have to arrange for the next 2 days or so that you take some bed rest, and I will from there you'll have as much time as you need. As thankfully, Ziffy has been keeping the Tark Abomination tracked, for lack of better wording, and it's taken refuge in a very specific area. Doesn't appear to be moving anytime soon either. So we've got time.
Where is it?
Well, how does one explain this? It's taken refuge around one of the snowy mountainous areas.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to say it's in another plane. I was going to go. Oh.
No, if it was in another plane, we would have more than 13 of us going.
Alex done with plane shifting. He's
Isn't
abstaining.
that what you're good at?
Well, chronomancy comes in many different flavors. Isn't that right?
He's
Alex?
Mr. Plane Shifter now. Curtain Man is now plane
No,
shifter.
no.
Hey Alec, why don't you do some plane shifting for us?
Please.
Why don't I plane
Let's-
shift
Alec,
you
why don't you
to
teleport us
the...
to fun places?
Hold on, guys, please stop.
Lupus looks at the group. Well, one thing I would certainly keep in mind is whilst you're spending the next 2 days resting, I need you all to put your heads together and decide what you're going to be doing. I would also like you to try and dedicate some of your energy to making more matches with your twin casting. As I'm sure you're aware, it's quite a useful and important skill to have. There is nothing more potent than being able to effectively put your heads together and make something from that. And with
Yeah, it
your
was
recent
so
increase in
great when
strength-
last time we fucking twin casted and then some buffs and then they immediately got removed. That was so...
That sucks.
Lupus looked at Alex. Yes, I'm aware that something like that will happen. It's happened to me many a time. But the fortune is that you and the rest of your group aren't quite up to the same par as I'm assuming Mace probably was, if he's capable of wielding the heirloom with some degree of efficiency. Also a way of me saying, I'm aware that you have a lot of room to grow in terms of power, so whilst it may not seem that useful to you now, it will very much... You very much have room to grow. The stronger you get, the stronger your magic will become. And when you put that magical strength together, well, magic happens. And I don't mean that in a literal sense. I also mean that in a somewhat metaphorical sense. Anyway, I shall send you off to get some rest, and then hopefully we'll have plenty of time to work.
All right.
Is there anything else that you need to run by me before you head off for your few days of recovery?
Oh,
Nope.
Can I ask you something?
Certainly.
I saw, hang on, a rune that Mace used. Desecrated Endurance. That was annoying. Can I have that?
That would be that would be something specific to that bloodline, unfortunately.
Fuck. Okay, the second
Skill
one was
issue.
Darkser. Can I have that?
Lupus's face drops a little bit. Didn't think that he would pick that kind of magic up so quick. I can try and teach you it. I can try and teach you all some very specific runes that might be useful for you. But do bear in mind that, well, for lack of better wording, the stronger that we are, as a collective, I imagine the stronger or more aggressive the abomination will be. So, food for thought if you do want me to try and teach you some stronger abilities.
Yes, I feel stronger already, to be honest. I already feel like I can do a lot more. Is it me?
I think I'm mildly strong. I'm definitely stronger than I was a few months ago. So that's good.
Can't turn down new strong abilities.
Anyway, that's all. That's all I wanted to ask.
Of course. Right. Well then, take some time to rest, and I've got to go and report into Rem that you've made it back successfully and that the mission has been a success.
Now, anyone want to hit the ring and throw some punches with me?
Rest. Lupus lets out a kind of semi-hostile, but I guess soft. So kind of passive-aggressive would be the better way to describe it. A kind of passive-aggressive growl at you. You will go and rest, and then we'll see how you guys are doing in a couple of days, because there's no guarantee that the heirloom did not have any long-term effects on any of you. Okay?
Yeah, Alex
Ooh.
gonna think we're all just a dream.
That was literally for like 3 seconds, and it was a spell.
Solipsism. I see.
I don't know, long-term effects. If there's anyone who's gonna come up with long-term effects, it's you.
Whoa.
Well,
To be fair,
Okay.
I don't need a spell to phase out of reality. I can just stare
So
off into
Yeah.
I want to lay out the scene, lay out that you guys are now kind of making your way out of the room as Lucas has
Yeah.
shoved you out. So
Yeah.
this is you guys kind of talking on your way back to the guild
Yeah,
room.
slowly walking through the corridor and saying weird shit to each other.
So, nothing new then.
So, is there anything
Banana.
that you would like to try and do before, before I basically jump the next couple of days of you guys resting up? Is there anything in particular you want to sort out ahead of time? I don't know if there's anything you want to sort out before that point.
On the race?
Is Aurolus around?
Yes, he is around.
Can I go see?
Forge? Use.
It would have to be a very brief visit, considering that it's currently like, what, I want to say like 8, 9 p.m.
Oh, I'll
Easily.
go to bed. Probably tired.
Okay,
Tomorrow.
so anybody else before I carry on?
nope.
Okay, so you end up heading back to your room, where you spent the next couple of days pass, where you are essentially, I guess for lack of better wording, you're kind of assigned to your beds, not really doing anything too demanding, as your regular schedule for those 2 days is basically like your three meals and semi-consistent check-ins with the infirmary, as all of your vitals are being checked, essentially to make sure that the necromantic lifebinder hasn't, I guess for lack of better wording, there hasn't been any contamination of your minds, bodies, or souls from that heirloom. And so we arrive to the the morning of the 23rd of August, 56 AR. Your assigned bed rest has come to a close, and as you're kind of all waking up, you hear this horrific shrieking noise that sounds like a plane engine. Like,
Oh my god, yes, it's happening.
it sounds like a plane engine shrieking as you can just hear this really large, what sounds like a vehicle
Mirror, the
descending
airship.
at speed.
Oh,
Mirror, that our airship is gonna hit us.
Wait, what? Oh my god!
Are you gonna look out the window?
I'm gonna look out the
Yes.
window!
So outside of the window, you can see Lilac with one hand on his hip, the other one is holding his face as the Marlborough and Lavender family personal airship that's used exclusively for diplomatic missions, as you can judge by its very peaceful, peace-bringer, almost dove-like design, is currently hurtling full speed towards the There is a very clear sign that the engine has been overworked, as smoke is, some very light grey smoke is coming out of the engine.
Oh,
And
no.
you watch as Lilac
geez.
uses a couple of runic spells to essentially not only slow the airship down, but I guess for lack of better description, telekinetically lower it to the ground and park it.
Does Lilac not have a higher quality airship, maybe?
You would imagine from looking at it that it's clearly been running at maximum capacity for the last 2 days.
Jesus Christ.
Cassandra has nearly made
there's-
this thing almost catch fire the speed she's been running it.
Bro, those engines look like... Oh dear. Ooh.
Oh my god, that's gonna affect global warming.
Yeah, look at all those carbon
Oh,
emissions.
The door on the side of the airship is punted open, and you can see a leg sticking out, followed by the very hostile expression of Cassandra, followed by her rifle, and then the rest of her.
She has her rifle.
I am hiding. Can I hide? Please?
Can I hide?
She can't see you, we're indoors.
There's also a window.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm
imagining the
hiding.
majority of people are by the window.
I'm ducking below the window.
Just in case she comes in, I'm hiding under my bed right now.
You
Window.
can see outside that she looks around, points her rifle around, sees her husband, and immediately places the rifle down on the ground very gently before catapulting herself at him. And the two of them are hugging each other. Aww. Before Lilac seems to have... You can see Lilac's expression. There's one of quite firm, as if a father was scolding a daughter kind of firm expression. That's then followed by an eye roll and a complete brush off from Cassandra as the two start making their way back towards the guild.
I thought you were gonna say start making out.
No, they're aware they're in public.
They just do it right there. Right there. Right by
They
the
know
guild
they're being
hall.
watched. It's an act of dominance, bro.
That's so dominance, that's how coitus in the courtyard.
No.
You're so right, Lupus. You're so right. But
It's very on brand for them, but no. There is a purpose.
Oh my god.
that's what happens after you read Edith's book, you know?
There's a line. There's a line you do not cross.
Immediate guide to expert Riz. The most cursed sentence that will ever come out of my mouth. Probably
Oh my
not.
god.
But anyway.
No, you can do
It's
worse,
not.
honey. You can and will
So-
do worse.
True.
Real.
So, with this very already interesting morning, might I ask what the group are planning on doing? You are excused.
I'm gonna go to Mira.
Oh no.
So, Milo, you are approaching Mira. Mira, you are being approached.
I
Go.
stare at him unblinkingly.
Oh, okay then. Hi Mira. You wanna go and have some breakfast?
Breakfast! I want
Come
the
on, let's
way.
go.
Toast, 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 toast.
So, Mira and Milo, you're making your way out of the guild room to go and have breakfast. And in the entranceway, you can see a mildly disappointed Lupus that is then approached by Lilac and Cassandra, and it seems like quite like a very positive oh yeah, it's good to see you, whatever. Yeah, the three of them end up basically walking down the hall, heading back towards the that little meeting room they have. And you two just carry on making your way down to breakfast.
Food.
Is there anything in particular you two are going to be doing? As I'm imagining you've gone ahead of everybody else.
Whilst we're walking over, Maya's gonna say to Mira, after breakfast, do you mind coming to the garden with me? I've got something to tell you.
Okay. But can I get extra toast?
Yes, you can have extra toast.
Yes.
Oh dear. Okay, so the rest of you, is there anything in particular you would like to do before you make your way down to get food, or during this period of time?
A group feedback yet?
No. There is currently no sign. Over the last couple of days, there has been no sign. There has been no sign of Group B.
Ah. Yeah, just go have breakfast as well then, I guess.
Yeah, let's go get breakfast.
Okay. Alice, is there anything you want to do before going for breakfast?
No, let's have the food.
Okay.
How's this open?
Understandable. So the group kind of make their way down to the breakfast hall, and breakfast is had. Time passes. We're gonna jump over to the garden where Milo and Mira have arranged to meet.
So, Mira,
Yes.
I have to prepare you for this because I'm not gonna be sticking around in the guild after the abomination fight. I'm going to be leaving for the Forest Rangers.
But why?
I've had this feeling for a long time, and it's not your fault if you're thinking that, and please never think that it's your fault. It's my fault. I have been feeling for some time that I just don't belong here.
So you're just going to go? You're not ever gonna come back? This isn't like a
Well,
break?
I'm going to be permanently stationed at the Forest Rangers, but during the fight, the big fight, after all the heirlooms and everything, and where everyone's off to fight the Lily and Beast, I'll be back then, but I won't be coming back here.
I'm really gonna miss you, Mimi.
I know.
I don't want you to go, but I get it.
You're always welcome, in Honeymill.
I'm not sure about that, actually, what my mum's done, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Well, know that if you ever need anything, you can always send me a letter.
Yeah.
I'll probably be stationed within Honeymill. I probably won't go far. so you'll know where I'll always be if you need something.
Well,
But
you
there's-
better stay safe, you know. I don't want anything to happen to you.
And I don't want anything to happen to you too, okay? So you better stay safe whilst you're here.
I'll try my best. I mean, I'm kind of worried about what's coming up, but I'm sure we can do it if we try really hard.
Also, that also brings up something else that I wanted to talk about.
What?
The abomination. It is it's part of it is the body of your father.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? You every time it's brought up, you just seem I don't know, brushing it off.
I mean, I haven't seen father in a really long time, and well, you know, dealing with the fact that he's evil and hated me for most of my life isn't exactly something that's easy to take in. And well, I don't know how things are gonna be until I actually see him, you know? I mean, I know it's not truly him, but it is still made out of his remains and stuff.
I'm just worried. I'm worried about you
Yeah.
because I won't be there after that fight. At least I won't be there for long,
Mm.
and I'm worried about what's going to happen to you.
I mean, all we can really do is just wait and see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen until it actually happens. But I promise you, I'll try my best to stay strong.
Marla thinks for a moment. Pinky promise?
Pinky promise.
Marla Pinky promises.
I love you, Mimi.
I love you too, Mimi.
Hug.
And I hug back.
Wholesome moment. Oh, dear. Okay, so whilst you two are having a very sweet moment in the garden, Alec, I'm assuming you're gonna go and try and find Aurelus now that it's a reasonable time of day.
Yes. Yes. Yay. Yippee.
The excitement level.
I'm so excited.
You go looking for Aurelus, and surprise, surprise, you find Aurelus. He is just kind of chilling in one of the many little like guild gardens. Seems like this place has a lot of little gardens, which is quite nice.
Hey, Aurelus, look, I lived.
Ah, well, hello, Alec. Glad to see you back alive. Didn't need my help
Just
at all.
about. Not quite. Managed to get through it. How have you
Well,
been?
I've not been too bad myself. Been been a bit of an interesting time trying to work out how to word the letter that I sent off to my brother, but well, it's written, it's sent, and oh god, it's gonna be an experience.
I hope that goes well.
Well, I imagine that my brother will definitely be making his way here. After all, how would I describe him? He's quite the warrior mindset to him. So, knowing that there's going to be a massive fight going on, he'll definitely be making his way here. It would surprise me if he missed the opportunity.
Yeah, the Mace fight was really, horrific? Yeah, horrific, that's the word. He had the other heirloom, So,
Aurelius raises an eyebrow. Ah, yes, I can imagine that's quite the pain in the ass. Did you manage to get it
in
off of
different
him, or
rooms. No, I was too far away to grab it when he dusted, and no one else did. So I guess it's went with him. I guess I don't know.
well, that'd be safe to assume if you couldn't find it. You couldn't find it at any point afterwards.
No, it did disappear with him. So.
Well, then it's probably safe to assume it went with him.
Mhm.
As much of an inconvenience as that is, it could be worse, I
Extremely.
suppose.
Could it?
Yes, it could be far worse. Imagine if he had both of the heirlooms on him, or both parts of it on him when you fought him. Definitely would not have come back.
See, what I'm thinking is, why didn't he? Because they have the other one. So, did he just think he wouldn't need it? They would just easily kill us. Probably. That's probably it.
Aurelius takes a moment to ponder the question. Well, if I had to specifically pin down an idea, perhaps they don't actually have both halves of the heirloom, at least in the same space. So they may not have given him the other half because he was supposed to prove himself or something on that line. I can't imagine the cult takes kindly to failure, considering that their master plan informant, whatever he was to them, is now dead and currently roaming the land as an abomination. Well,
That's true. Someone else wanted to keep it, I guess.
Aurelius nods. Well, that would make the most sense. Can't be giving someone who's got several screws loose the power to potentially flatten you immediately.
Yeah. Oh, but we did find a bunch of chests. And look at this. And I take out my sniper rifle that I found. Look what I found in a chest.
Aurelius goes a little wide-eyed. Hang on, you're telling me that you found that in a box?
Yeah. In the Warren of the Withered Beast or whatever. Is that what it's called? That is what it was called.
The warrant.
Blood.
Beep. Shut up.
Those boys on the wind. Anyway, Aurelius takes a moment, and you have hold of this because...
Oh, well, I found it. And...
Do you know how to even fire it?
I mean, yeah, you pulled the trigger. Yeah.
Aurelius looks mildly concerned and gently places his hand down on the barrel and points it down to the floor. Perhaps you should get trained in how to fire that thing. Please don't swing it around. I'd like to keep my head on my shoulders. And he
Okay,
looks
I'm not.
mildly nervous.
I am not an idiot. I will not accidentally shoot your head off. I promise.
I would certainly hope so. Say, I don't suppose that you're planning on going to the little I guess gathering that the Guildmaster is hosting a little later this evening.
There's a gathering? Well, what?
You haven't been
What
told
is?
yet?
No, I haven't.
Well, the Guildmaster's hoping to try and gather everyone together. At least those that are going to fight the abomination, in some hopes of either forming a strategy or having more of us capable of casting spells together. Perhaps me and you
Alright.
can buddy up and do that this evening. You mean you can buddy up ahead of time?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably be going to that.
Well, it'll be quite interesting to get to meet the rest of the group properly as well, since I'm aware the Guildmaster will be transferring myself over to your group once Gelder goes off to find his family.
Yes, that's exciting.
Yes, I must admit the guy does seem to have a little bit of a screw loose, if you ask me.
What, Gelder?
Yes. You mean to tell me you haven't seen the way that he's obsessing over those books in the library?
Oh, I mean, yeah, but I think most of us have a bit of a screw loose, to be honest.
Aurelius raises an eyebrow. No, I mean in terms of that man has more than a screw loose in terms of a little bit silly. I'm referring to it seems like he is genuinely quite unhinged. Perhaps that could just be me though. Ever the caution. Oh, ever the caution, ever the focus on whatever happens around me. But I know being overly perceptive has saved my backside a couple of times, so I can't completely fault that method of thinking.
Probably useful, yeah.
And Aurelius has a little smile on his face as he looks at Alec. Say, have you gone and seen the Guildmaster yet? I think that he was going to have a conversation with you about something.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Do you think I should go see him now?
Yeah, perhaps me and you can spend some time together after that fancy little meeting this evening.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go look for Lupus.
Okay.
See ya.
Safe
And then I go
travels.
look for Lupus.
So, as you are going to go and find the Guildmaster, Mira and Milo, I'm imagining you've returned back to the guild room where everybody else is currently.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, just so I have a rough idea of where people are. So, fuck it, we'll go straight into that. So, Alec, you go to look for the Guildmaster, and it doesn't take that much effort to find him, as he's in one of the meeting rooms. And it looks like he's just finished having a conversation with Lilac and Cassandra, as they are walking down the hallway as you basically cross paths with each other. And nothing's really said, but it's like, oh, neat. And as you arrive in there, Lucas looks up. Ah, hello, Alec. I was just about to come and find you.
Hi, Aurora said you would want to talk to me about something?
Yes, so... Do you want to shut the door behind you?
Oh,
guess.
yes.
Come take a seat,
Shut the
get
door
comfy.
behind.
Okay, so... This might be a little bit of a shock to the system, but you know a while ago I said we were under the potential idea that you were related to the Demon King Asmodeus. Well, we
Yes.
took a little bit of a look at that, and I found something that I think you'll find quite interesting. You're aware that you're a senseless, yeah? You're one of the demons and devils that can't develop the infernal sense. Well, we weren't too far off with you potentially being a child of Asmodeus. Because I found some files that just so happen to make their way from a particular place in the town of Ishtath. A certain somebody may have gone and acquired some particular files from a particular house that I'm sure you can catch my understanding here. I shouldn't have what I'm currently waving in front of your face. And Lucas is holding a whole sheaf of papers that are bound by, like, essentially like a ring binder. And this describes several different transferals of various types of blood into a particular child. A nondescript child, one might say. So, rather than beating around the bush, I can tell you that you are not a child of Asmodeus. You do, however, have Asmodeus' blood in your body. It's going to be a little bit different in the process. Because, and this might make a little bit too much sense, but you know you absolutely despise the uncle that you've got back in Ishtath?
Yeah.
Yeah, further in several of these little diary entry documents, experimentation notes, right at the end of this, it specifies a very particular sacrificial ritual that's used to summon the profaned one. And it just so happens that sacrificing a child or a vessel of Asmodeus increases the profaned one's power tenfold, easily. So, the fact that you're here and not there is a very good thing, obviously. But that being said, you may be able to tap into the power of Asmodeus directly. So if you ever do end up meeting him, you can get him to teach you some useful things. But I wouldn't just drag you here to go, he's not the father, or some stupid crap like that. No. What I've also got written down here is that your parents, unfortunately, you don't have any anymore. A bit of an insensitive way to deliver the news, I'm aware. However, they have a quite interesting lineage. Such as this. And Lupus unfolds this very large jacket. Or you see, your family tree has definitely come from the underworld. But it seems as if their presence in Ishtath was not a sake of, oh, this is a really nice place to live. They were running a particular type of thievery. And Lupus has a very sly smile on his face. One might say... one might say they were phantoms, if you will. They had a habit of appearing and disappearing, using a little bit of chronomancy.
Okay.
So, basically, you might be the sole remaining member of a very profound lineage. We'll put it that way. So, we'll be trying to locate where any of their stashes might be. And anything that's found in those stashes is all yours. But I can also let you know that your frustrating family there have been apprehended. And they're currently being carted off to the Grand Courts of Karos with the judges. Essentially,
What, for the blood things, or?
for the fact they were planning to assassinate you. The day that you left, as noted in one of these journal entries, was the day before they planned on taking you out.
You are fucking. Oh my.
I am not kidding you. So, I may or may not have planted a very important item from one of the courts of one of the members of the Kairos court that belonged to good old King Eldamine himself. So they're being taken and basically being imprisoned. Because I don't quite appreciate people planning on murdering my guild members. So when you do eventually have to return to Ishtath to meet the chronomantic sages, you'll be perfectly safe. I thought that might be a little bit of good news for you.
Yeah, that is good news.
Lupus has a smile on his face. If you ever need something from the guild, just let us know. Okay?
Okay. I have more questions.
Go for it.
So, how did I end up in my uncle's home to begin with? Did he like kidnap me or?
No, he slaughtered your parents and then just made his way
Oh.
downtown.
Oh.
Got kicked out of the underworld, took both of them out, put them somewhere that we can't find them, and then assumed the role of the parent. So, yeah, unfortunately.
That makes that very simple.
Well, I didn't want to sit there and overcomplicate it, and I guess damage your psyche any further than I don't want to say the word required, but I think that said uncle has done enough damage where me being direct is probably the nicest way to deliver that information to you.
Probably, yeah.
But hey, if at any point you feel an unconstrained level of rage, you know where he is, and you can go in there and pelt him with tomatoes. Or something like that, I don't know. Whatever floats your boat in terms of hypothetical revenge fantasies. And Lucas has a little bit of a somewhat sadistic laugh to him. Oh,
I'm thinking meteor. Yeah.
that would also work, but they will not be able to escape. I've made sure that I had a little bit of a word with Judge Tarek via subtle letter delivery, and he is going to make sure that they have zero chance of getting out of it. So a happy little resolution, if you will. We've also got a couple of guild members, or well, I say a couple of guild members. One of the guild groups is currently having a look at some potential locations where your lineage stashed some useful things from their heritage. If we find them, we'll put them straight in your hands.
Cool.
Anyway, I was gonna come and let you and the rest of your group know that I'll be hosting a little event this evening with the new allies that have arrived on scene, so that everybody can get to know each other a little bit.
I know, Aurolus told me.
Damn, he got there before I did. Okay, well, I'll be coming to let them know anyway, unless you'd like to let them know.
I can do that if they're all in the guild room.
More than likely.
Yeah.
There's not a massive amount going on at the moment.
I'll go see if they are later, and then I leave.
And as you make your way out, you feel something brush past you, but it It must have just been the wind. Because you don't see anything having moved past you. And then you realise that there's a little bit of a breeze that's picked up from the from outside. It's like, oh, that's pleasant. It's like a very mild breeze. So you make your way back. And yeah, everybody is in this room. One of them very begrudgingly being present in this room, but everybody is currently here.
Oh, good, everyone's here. Lupus is having a thing tonight for everyone who's going to be fighting the Tuck thing.
Thing?
Oh.
Ooh.
What kind of thing?
Okay.
Xanis
We're all
Cyberus
going to
Wolf?
be there.
Oh,
That
Is it
kind
a
of
fancy
thing.
dress?
no, Alice.
No. I mean, you probably can if you like.
Although I think you'll be the only one doing it.
Okay.
I don't have a costume and it's fancy dress. So.
You already dress fancy, Penton.
Thank you. I definitely wasn't fishing for that.
So
Fishing.
everybody's
Alice,
Yes.
would you like to?
Go fishing?
You said recently that you want to go fishing.
I mean, how could I say no?
Don't mind if I join.
Yeah, of course.
Can
Anyone
I
else want to
invite?
go fishing?
Can I invite Aurolus?
If you must.
Okay, I won't.
No, you can invite Rolus if you want to.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I had literally mentioned that I was going to take you on a fishing trip at some point, Alice, so I guess this is like the best time to do it.
Everyone is going on the fishing trip.
Let's go.
Yep.
Fishing trip. Fishing trip.
Okay, so it'll be Alec. Oh, try to click every token. So it'll be Alec, Alice, Milo, and Penton going on that little fishing trip. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me grab the tokens so I can track as well.
Now I've got to make the notes for all that lore drop.
Sorry. I was like,
I've got to explain it to myself again.
okay, so sorry, I'm just double checking a couple of notes. Okay, so the four of you make your way down into the town, and there's a couple of little fishing spots along the river that flows through Lenfar. And there just happens to be a quite nice secluded spot that's about I'm gonna say about half a street's length. That's not really the description. You say it's a little bit of a way from a nearby tavern, so if you wanted, you could get some drinks, and provided that the tavern owner is fine with it, you can take them down to a little fishing spot, if that is something you would like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who is being sent off to grab the drinks whilst the rest of you set up your little fishing?
I
Okay.
guess I'll do it. Oh, we have to
I'll go with Penton.
Wow.
Then I'll go with Penton.
I
Okay.
can get the best rate for it, so.
So Penton and Milo go off to go and grab some drinks, whilst Alice and Alec are setting up their little fishing hole. Do. In the meantime, you are gonna do. Yeah, okay. So, Milo and Penton, you arrive at the little tavern. And I'm guessing you're getting like a couple of. Are you getting like a couple of pitchers to like last you the whole time, or are you getting like some smaller individual ones and seeing how it goes?
I'm assuming they don't do it to go, so I would say pitches.
Yeah.
Well, they just so happen to be having. They just so happen to be having a 2-for-1 on pitchers that evening.
Sweet.
Mighty convenient. Perfect.
And there's a couple of mumbles from another table. This is their favorite day of the month, as they always do this once a month to bring up service.
Quick, Milo, make a note of what day it is.
It is the 20th of August? Question mark.
It is the
23rd.
23rd.
23rd. I
love the
wrote
fact
it
that I
down
hadn't-
somewhere.
I love the fact that I didn't correct it, so it just said 23rd, so it was 23 ND
Okay.
rather than RD.
Make a note in diary.
Oh,
20th.
I thought you said 20th of August. That's
Yeah,
56
start of the
they are.
session- start
It
of the session,
was.
and then I skipped a
And
couple of
then-
days. Sorry.
Oh,
We had a
fuck,
little
yeah.
time
My
skip
bad,
where
my
we slept and ate.
You assume
and
that I
got food.
remember. Haha.
My
You
bad.
have faith.
Make a note that today is Cheap Drinks Day. At this particular place. What's this place called? Mr. DM.
I have to look it up. My guy.
Uh-oh.
Now I have to go through
My
like
messages aren't loading.
Folders. I have to go through like so many folders to find the thing. Where is it? It's that one, and then scroll down.
The Behemoth's legs.
No.
The Big King's arms or something, but more stupid.
No. Where is it? Ba-de-ba-ba-ba-ba. This place is called the Shield and Ghost.
Shield and Ghost. Well, drinks.
It'd be
Shield and
even
Ghost
better if Discord would actually send my messages at the moment.
Oh jeez.
Instead, they've done it out of order, so it's no longer saying 23rd of August, 56 AR at the beginning, because that one for some reason went, you know what, fuck you, I'm not going to send, bastard.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Well, with your finest pictures, please, barkeep.
Oh, yeah, it's having some latency issues, that's why. The barkeep looks at you, very confused. And what might this be for, sir?
We're planning a little fishing trip, and we'd like some refreshments to keep us going.
Is that 12 as in 12 individuals that are doubling up, or is that 12 as in...
no.
So you're buying 6 under the 2-for-1, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, that is much more manageable in order.
I was not buying 24 pictures, no.
Okay, well that's good.
I would assume when I say a number that that's the amount that I want rather than the amount that I'm paying for. Anyway,
I mean, surprise is always welcome, I guess.
yeah, but I don't want to carry 24 pictures. I'm
I mean,
trying
it's
to
gonna
think
be rather-
logistically of how I'm going to carry 12.
I mean, fair.
Like, one in each arm, maybe like one on the head. That's 3.
How good are you at balancing?
How good am I at balancing? That's a good question.
Insert joke here. Also, yeah, it definitely seems like it's having some like API issues or something because messages are just not sending in the chat. That is awkward.
Would that be acrobatics?
I
Balancing something?
don't know.
I'm gonna say acrobatics.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
I think it's
either-
definitely dex based.
How-
It's either acrobatics or
Body
sleight of
voice
hand.
thinks it's dex based. So
Yeah.
Pardon me.
if
I
it's
guess
sleight of
so.
hand, then I'm.
I would
A
say
pigeon is saying this to you.
an illusory pigeon.
No, it's a real pigeon.
We'll say it's acrobatics for the sake of it's like a
Okay.
like a juggling act.
It's acrobatics.
It's a very old pigeon.
Silence. Roll me an acrobatics check, boy.
Let me just open my dice roller. Wait, no, let's do this. no,
Oh,
Yeah,
we've,
good
we've,
dice.
I guess I've also got to roll.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
At least I rolled
A
relatively
moment
high.
of greatness you for holding these.
There we go.
Yeah.
Messages are now sending.
That is a
Yeah.
30.
It's 27 for Milo.
Woo!
Okay, so yeah, that's a success. So Alice and Alec, you get the great view. You get the great view of Penton and Milo basically balancing 6 pitchers each on their walk back.
I like to think I'm like spreading
Woo!
them like balanced on
Oh,
my
yeah.
arms.
How much were all
One on my
the
head.
pictures?
We'll make Penton pay for it. We'll
Money
say
is
it's
no
like,
object.
Hmm?
Money is no object.
we'll just say it's like 20 gil.
Yeah.
It's,
That's cheap.
it's fucking 6 pitchers.
Oh yeah, well, by the way, I still have 10 million gil.
Yeah, because you got stupidly fucking lucky with it.
I am loaded. I'm looking at the wrong sheet for a second there. I thought I had nothing.
So, the 4 of you have your pitchers. You have your fishing rods, which Alice has expertly set up and made sure the lines are fresh and functioning.
Absolutely.
And you get to fishing.
Drink, chug, 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 chug. Anyway,
And some time passes.
We are alcoholics. We drink a lot. Sorry, it just suddenly occurred to me. There's a lot of
No,
alcohol for a
we're
fishing trip.
not. No, we're not.
it's fine. Milo, who
So-
has never drank before.
Milo, who was never. Oh my god. Okay, so whilst we'll say like an hour or so has gone by, a couple of pitchers have easily been drunk, and everybody's got a varying degree of buzz going on right now. Oh dear.
This is the first time I'm actually ever drank. I think I've sipped like the occasional ale.
Oh, Milo.
let's go, Milo.
We're all very proud of you.
Drinky time.
True, what? You just say drinky too.
It's
It's
always
drinky time.
It is
Milo.
drinky time.
And fishing. Okay, guys, right.
We haven't
I've
caught
casted
anything
all the
yet.
lines. Now, let me teach you all about the fishing. Penton, I'm teaching you about fishing.
Okay.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
here
So-
Here the lines are casted out, and then we wait, and you can see in the water, look, you can see this is the good bait, this is the good stuff. Always casting out the good stuff here, because I know there should be lots of very interesting fish that we could catch along these waters. So actually over there you can see the line is like tugging a little bit. That's a false alarm. That's probably a shoe, okay? But when it tugs like really hard, that's when you want to like reel it in super quick, okay? And then grab that fish off the line before it like untangles itself.
Do you have, like, a
And sometimes
net?
they fight back. So like, sorry.
Do you have like a net, or am I grabbing it with my bare hands?
Oh no, you just yank it with your hands, you know. You got to get a bit down and dirty, you know, with the fishes.
Well,
So
I'm a lot of experience with that.
right, guys, concentration here. You must stare at the fishing lines.
Oh yeah, can I use telekinesis on fish?
Yes, so if you manage to catch a fish, you can use your telekinesis to try and pull it out
Oh,
the water.
so
if
I
you
can't
choose
just
to.
look
on
for.
fish.
I can't just look for fish and then just.
No,
telekinesis.
unfortunately, whilst the water here is like pristinely clean, trying to grab hold of a fish with telekinesis when it's in its natural element, you're just not gonna get it. Those
Look,
things.
my love, the fishermen don't use telekinesis back where I'm from, okay? We
So,
grab it with our own bare hands. So no telekinesis fishing. We're using the good old lines.
I was just gonna say, I
as
would like
you're
to see if
doing
I can
that-
see a fish on the surface and cast Shadowy Grappler on it, and then
And
pick it up.
you can use
Okay,
the,
come on.
Oh, I so wanna cast meteor over this over the water and then.
staring
Oh.
intensely at the fish. Milo is staring intensely at the fishing line.
So,
Does
as
anyone
you're-
have a spear?
No.
I mean, Penton has a sword cane.
I'm not throwing my sword cane in the water.
No, you're gonna stab it.
I
Can
have
I-
a gun. I have a gun.
Can I use your sword cane?
Can I shoot the fish? I don't have any ammo. Huh.
I don't know that my adamantine bloodbuster is very good for me to
Yeah.
use as a lance.
I don't
Hey,
think
hey,
that
Milo,
would go
do you-
well.
Do you have any? Do you have any sniper rifle ammo, by chance?
Bro, my gun.
Sorry, that's fucking relatable as shit.
Are you okay?
I
Beth?
do have some spare sniper bullet. Milo pulls out a 10 clip
Uh-oh.
of regular sniper bullets, and not his Gaia powered or his joint down bullets, or his
Guys, if
one
you-
that is currently loaded into his gun.
If you
Do I
shoot
do
the
I
fish
know
in
how
the
to?
No.
Do I know how to load a gun?
No.
Just get
You
Alex to snap
You
the
just
plant
do it.
off
You just do
and
it like this,
Oh, that's
Alex. Watch me. And Milo puts it in.
Despite the fact that Milo is very much intoxicated, he has somehow managed to, like, perfectly put the clip in without any fault, and you hear it click.
Nope.
Oh my
Once it
gosh,
goes
we're
away.
drunk on a lake with a sniper rifle.
You cannot kill the fish with a gun.
We're drunk on the lake with 2 sniper
Oh
rifles.
shit!
No. You're
Ben's gonna
scaring
hit
all the
deck.
fish.
I want to fire into them. I'm joking.
We fish a whale or a shark, then you can use the damn rifle, but not on these
Okay.
tiny little minnows.
Okay, don't.
Okay, I put the rifle down until I catch a fish, and then I will shoot the fish.
Just
Regardless
blast
of how
it
big it
down the
is.
water.
Okay, Milo is.
Can I roll to disable the gun?
No, you
Um,
can't. I will fucking kill you.
You're gonna take
Can I
my
I
roll
would
gun.
not
to disable
advise it.
device?
But anyway, something of importance is that you noticed a couple of the lines tug, and you managed to you managed to like notice during this little bit of chaos that the fish are tugging. And I'd like all 4 of you to roll me a perception check with disadvantage because of your inebriation / intoxication.
Oh.
That's like 16
Damn.
lines there to me.
If I use temporal hiccup, can it just be a straight roll?
Sure,
Oh, that's
I
a 2
use
on the dice.
drunken hiccup.
Oh,
Does
okay,
that
that's
count?
fine. No, that's 31.
Okay, straight roll. Natural 1.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ, you had one
job! I literally gave myself advantage so it'd be a normal roll, and I still.
Nat 20.
And you still.
Let's see all 16 of them lines moving.
Okay.
16?
So,
I'm
what did
sorry.
you roll
did not
total?
count 16 lines.
Oh
can see
right,
multiple
20,
lines.
26.
Alice?
25.
Milo?
31.
And Penton?
34. I rolled a nat 20 to see my fishing line. Always.
It's not the fishing line that you're looking at. You notice flying for a short period, flying overhead. There appears to be this completely see-through, slightly reflective, like not a raven, but like a swan. Like
Shoot it.
it's a really large swan that looks like it's comprised completely of water that's flying overhead.
Do not go near that thing. I don't know what it is.
Guys, it's just a glass swan.
God, it
It's not going
looks-
to do anything to you. It's just a bird. It's coming for the fish that we're fishing.
Fight Alice! I shout at the bird.
Okay, I'm gonna fight. I'm getting my weapon out. I've been
I said
summoned.
fight Alice to the bird, not
Wait.
Alice fight bird.
Well,
Oh.
as you shout that, the bird begins to circle overhead.
You all assume the bird knows
No,
English.
Bold of you to assume. Are you species?
Common.
And the bird
just wants
is
the fish.
circling overhead,
Let the-
looking at you.
Oh, no.
Just let the bird be. Look, we need to get the.
You know what? Drop me in the lake. Do it. No balls.
No, don't. Milo.
Wait, did you
Oh,
say
is
that
someone
out loud?
playing a prank on us? Is this not a real thing?
Well,
Is someone
there is in
around?
fact, there is.
Is someone behind me?
No,
Hello?
there is nobody within the near vicinity that.
No prankster?
No, I'm in the
It's
boat.
just a bird.
Wait, why is it made of water?
Just a fancy bird.
And just as soon as it arrived, the bird flies away.
No.
See, I told you, just a bird.
Can I? No, I'm not
I
gonna
fall
shoot
into
it.
the
I consider shooting it, but then I think...
I'm sorry, did I just hear I fall into the lake? Did I just hear that correctly?
No, I never finished my sentence.
Okay. I was about to say.
Anyway.
So,
But can I reel one of the fishing lines in?
Yeah,
Yes.
can we actually go any
Yeah,
fish
do I
yet?
have fish? Have I fished? Have I fished?
can you make... Can you please make me strength checks?
Oh,
All of us,
fuck,
all
it's
of
a
us, all of
strength
us.
check.
Mhm.
Oh,
Strength.
fuck.
Oh my
Check.
god, I nat 20
Strength
that
check.
shit. Let's
That's
go.
a 3 on the dice. Woo!
Come on, roll something, not shit.
Relatable as
That's
fuck.
a 5.
Better than an out
Yo!
Which is
Alec,
a
I
total 10.
Hey.
Oh!
So,
I rolled a 14
Alec rolled a
total.
10,
Strength my
14,
ass.
Alice,
So, 20 plus 15, 20.
35.
Yeah, there we go. I don't know how I forgot to do maths.
My
Don't worry,
dice
I
hate
forget
me.
constantly, and I'm the one that's supposed to track the math. Like, yes.
No,
yeah.
I don't fall into the lake.
I
actually.
We
forget
get
what
dragged
minuses
into the
to
lake.
Default.
I would
No
just
balls.
let go, actually.
And Penton,
So-
what did you roll? It's
I
a
rolled-
straight strength check. It's not a save, it's a check.
Okay.
So it's your strength modifier.
Modifier.
Yes.
It's on the combat page.
I rolled a 19.
It's on your character
Okay.
sheet, on
It's
your
on my
device,
It's on your
On-
existence.
in
So,
front of your eyes.
Milo and Alec, you are currently caught in a battle with this fish. Like, the two fishes that you are fighting against, you are like, this is a life and death scenario. You are yanking this fucking rod. Penton, you manage to basically, like, keelhaul the fucking thing. You turn around, you lean forward, yank the line, and you end up catapulting the fish.
I'm gonna rip its lips off.
No. You end up catapulting the fish, and you land. You manage to land on your chest, on the floor. The fishing line goes flying several feet forward, with the fish on the other end of it.
Where's the fish going?
I don't know. You just catapulted it out the water, so it's gone several feet
I
into the water.
assumed we were on a boat in the middle of a lake, so
No.
it's gonna have gone in the air and then gone back into the
You are,
water.
for context, you are by the side of the lake. You are sitting by the bank
Oh.
of the lake. This is a small town. This river is like 5-10 feet wide, maybe 15 feet if you really want to push it.
How big is this fish?
Sizable. It's about the size. I can't give you a real example, it's like the same size as my forearm.
I'll be right back as he drops the fishing rod and goes to try and wrestle with this fish that's probably flopping around all over the place.
I guess
No,
if I-
Penton! Penton, help, please!
If I were to give you like a good example, have you ever seen a wine bottle? Like your average wine bottle, the fish is about the same size as that, but it's wide the whole way along. It's a wine bottle sized girthy
It's
fish.
about the
I hate
size
the fact
of a
that my brain
fish.
used that
Ever
word.
seen a wine bottle?
Yes. Some people haven't.
Wine fish.
Who doesn't go shopping in the supermarket and hasn't seen a wine bottle?
People that use delivery that are weird. I don't know. Anyway,
People that don't
Alice,
shop
you
at
managed
Aldi.
to expertly pull this
I'm not
fish out of the water. Pardon
Pardon
you,
me.
my god. So Alice, you managed to haul this big old fish out of the water, and it's like, it's a proper fucking big catfish. Like, this thing is the same size as your whole leg. Like, just your whole last
Great.
leg. That is the size of this fish.
I'm very chuffed.
And it's just flopping there. And then it stops. It's like, yeah, dinner. Mwah.
What?
So you have managed to successfully catch a fish. Penton is currently wrestling with a fish about 5 feet away from the bank in a bush, trying to fight this fish so it doesn't wriggle away back into the water. Like you can hear the sounds of a genuine, what sounds like a semi-genuine fight between Penton and this fish. Because like the bush is fucking rustling like nobody's business, and you just hear Penton go, "Stop moving!" Kind of.
Who knew fishes were so slippery?
Can I see my fish?
Yes, you can. It's quite a large fish, very similar to the one that Penton just slungshot across the.
Can I cast Recall Death on it?
Alec, what is wrong with you?
I thought we were gonna fucking say telekinesis, not fucking recall death.
No,
You
I'm
can
killing
attempt to
it.
cast Recall Death on this fish. However, I am going to get you to roll a D100 for me, because in your somewhat inebriated state, you may not successfully cast the spell properly. So it may
Okay,
just
I won't.
fail.
You
I
may
won't do it.
accidentally
I won't
target
do
one
it because I
anyway.
don't. I don't want to accidentally kill someone.
No, it's not going to accidentally kill someone. It may just fail, so the spell will just not cast properly.
Now just telekinesis on the rod, so I can get like a good 300
Yeah.
pounds of force.
Yeah, so using telekinesis, because this rod is literally right in front of you, you won't have a chance to stumble on, say.
I'm holding it.
So you've got this rod, you've used telekinesis, and you managed to haul this thing out the water. And now it's just Milo who is full on fighting this fishing pole.
Oh.
Go on, Milo.
Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this one, Chief. I pull harder, question mark.
So
do I get taken in?
Wait.
So as you're fighting this fish, you notice a singular ray of almost enfeebling energy hit this fish, and it suddenly becomes a lot easier to reel it in.
Ooh, that's cheating!
Who did
What?
You
that?
just hear struggles continue.
I look around.
And as you look around, a very familiar face is smiling at you from the pathway leading up, the same pathway that you took leading to the guild.
I squint. Base.
And this
Oh, it's Mum. Oh no.
and she waves with a very happy smile on her face.
Milo, pretend to not be drunk.
Does a little heart
Mum.
does a little heart shape with her hands, and then carries on walking up the path, leaving you to your little fishing trip.
Bro, Bro, she's so fuck. I'm gonna roll a d4. If I roll even, I fall into the lake.
Why though?
Okay, now you're just
So that's a 2.
Fucking mess.
now you're just choosing to fall into the lake. Let's be real.
That's valid, but the surprise of seeing your mother causes you to stumble on your footing. You trip on the fish and land in the water. Fortunately, you only land up to like your chest in terms of water depth, and you're currently just laying on like the muddy part of the bank that's under the surface.
Oh, fuck.
I have rolled a 14 for my contest of strength with this fish.
You have managed to successfully subdue the fish.
Yes!
Congratulations. How do you
What?
feel?
I feel amazing.
You know,
Question,
You know
did
what?
you
The
say
water feels
subdue
nice.
the fish, or did you say seduce the fish?
Subdue.
You seduced the
100%
fish.
heard
Hey, I'm
seduce.
not that easy.
Are you sure about that? Because I have many sources that would say otherwise.
X to
Whoa.
Anyway,
Penton's Twitter account has been exposed.
enter in his metaphorical Twitter.
Penton Horny posting on main.
Oh
You
my
know
god, he's
what?
so
He
He
would
have a
Yeah,
wild
That's
Twitter
definitely a
account.
Penton thing. That is 100% a Penton thing.
It's an Instagram picture, just that Instagram account is full of
Just full
questionable
of
things.
Anyway, moving swiftly onwards. So, as this continues, after a little while, you run out of pictures. You manage to catch a fair few fish that you fortunately enough managed to find a burlap sack not too far from where all these fishing poles were sorted out, so you can take the fish back to the guild with you. And as you're making your way back,
What? Wait, who brought the pictures back to the pub? Not Milo. He's
Not
so
me.
fucking wet.
I would imagine Penton,
Probably me.
more than likely Penton.
Sorry, Penton.
So Alec, Alice, and Milo, you.
I guess Milo's waddling.
So you've made your way back to the guild, and you're just settling into the guild, back into the guild room, and just chilling. You've not seen Milo. You've not seen your mother again once entering this building, but you assume she's probably somewhere around if she helped you with the fish using some sort of mystical means. Penton, you've I should probably clarify, by the way. You guys aren't like flat out drunk. You've just got kind of like a buzz going now. Like there's been enough time that you're inebriated, but you're not like silly drunk.
Inebriate. We're not silly.
Yeah, it's like just before.
I'm always silly.
However,
Just before
However-
the silly. Apart from Milo, who's got no alcohol tolerance, so it's a little bit silly.
Milo's currently trying to figure out. Fuck's sake.
No.
Figuring out what fucking set of the same exact clothes he's gonna wear. Is it the Tuesday? Is it the Tuesday fit?
So, whilst Milo's trying
Sorry.
to work that out, Penton. You are behind everybody else in terms of you've gotten back like 5-10 minutes later, having to get all those pictures back and forth and making multiple trips.
God, we should have just asked.
What are you doing?
I guess I'll check out this meeting room.
So, you go into said meeting room, and there's nobody else in here currently. But it looks like all of the cushions and that have been swapped out with much more plush and comfortable looking cushions. And there are a few, like, it's definitely clear that somebody's come in and, like, probably the guildmaster, or Lupus, has probably come in and made sure that all of these are, like, actually put into the frames properly, because they're There are some very familiar cheek marks on these pillows, where somebody's had to basically throw their weight down to make sure that they're lodged in place properly before being basically patted out flat again,
Okay.
for lack of a better description.
Well, my feet are tired from all that fishing, so I'm gonna sit down for a bit.
And the seat that you choose to sit down on, you sit down, and you're about 2 or 3 inches off of the seat as you fully put your weight down.
Uh-oh.
All the chairs in this entire room, and you had to sit down on this one. Ah! What the hell? Who's that? Who's that? Surprise! I'm back.
And for a brief moment, Penton, you are completely baffled as to who the fuck this is. Because you've just come into this room, you've sat down on the seat that looked really comfortable, and then not sat down on the seat because there's something between you and the actual cushion underneath you. And the very familiar voice of Zippy rings in your ear. And he wasn't actually due back from the rough schedule that you were aware of. He wasn't supposed to be back for another day and a half. And yet, you've basically picked the one seat and sat down on Zippy. For lack of better wording.
Are you going to get up? No. This is actually really comfortable. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna move then. So we're just gonna get up. Well, I was gonna come find you later, but I guess we'll do this now. I'm setting up a little surprise for Lupus that I think you'll be part of. Just come to the usual meeting spot. And then Zippy's just gonna disappear.
And you watch as the door opens, and then closes. And this entire time you've basically been talking with thin air. You know he's there, but this must be some pretty fucking strong illusory magic of some kind. Because this entire time you've been talking with him, the only thing that you've been able to feel or sense is via touch. And obviously sound, because he's chosen to allow you to hear it. But you've not seen anything. You've not smelled anything. I would say taste, but that sounds really fucking weird.
He's weirdly comfortable.
Do it.
Oh my god.
Lick him, Penton!
That was
Lick him! Lick him!
such an
Lick him!
aggressive. It was such a mildly, like, suggestively aggressive. Do
The
it.
ghosts of my past
Do
are
it.
haunting me.
I make no
They
regrets.
make me do strange things.
The pigeon says lick Zippy.
Lick him! Do it! Lick the boy!
Oh my
I
god.
went to throw a card at the pigeon.
Ow! The pigeon leaves.
No.
I'm just going to get up,
You'll be back.
leave the room, and never speak again.
So, a few hours pass into the evening, and it's almost time for everybody to gather together. And Penton, whilst you're on your walk back, you see that bird. That purely water bird perched in the entrance hall. And you get a good view of this bird. It is a swan. A very gracious looking swan. Purely comprised of water. And it is reflecting all of the light in the most stunning manner possible. It is glorious.
It's
Radiant,
shimmering, isn't
one
it?
might describe.
Uh-huh.
But it is currently perched above what is essentially like the reception desk where you introduced yourself to Gorton Knox for the first time when you were basically brought here by your infirmary.
Okay.
Is there anything in particular you'd like to do towards this bird, or do you just want to acknowledge its presence and move on?
Just a bird, I mean...
Are you sure about that? It is a swan purely comprised of water. This doesn't strike...
I'm gonna poke it then, I guess.
So, you go up to this swan that's perched on the desk, and you go to poke it, specifically in the wing, and your finger touches the water, but when you try and poke it, it's almost as if the liquid surface kind of rebounds your touch. Because if your poke had gone full force, your finger would have gone inside the liquid that forms this swan. And it lets out a mildly annoyed sound.
Do you mind?
The swan speaks, looks at you, and you can't work out whether you're drunk or whether that bird just spoke to you.
I'm pretty drunk. I'm gonna poke it harder. 3 times as hard.
You
Does anyone want me to find out?
get back with a wing.
Ow.
And the swan hops down off the counter and
Oh yeah, keep your hands to yourself.
Okay, it did speak to me.
And then the swan with some degree of like authority struts its way down the corridor, leaving you very confused.
Goodbye, strange water bird. Oh. Is my face wet where I got hit in the face?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go dry myself off then, I guess.
So, a little bit more time passes, and it's now time for the meeting. And I'm assuming everybody's going, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, in this room, as everybody has arrived, we have Alec, Alice, Mira, Kay, Gelda, Milo, Norlan, Penton, Xanis, Uzok. And then, on the other side, on the other side of the room where Group V was sitting prior, we have Aurelus, Lilac, Cassandra, Karina, Astra, and Diana. Lots of very important faces and figures, with Lupus sitting at like the intermediary. It is like the intermediary. So, welcome everyone. So, obviously, I should introduce you all to each other. So, I'm sure some of you already know each other, but see, Alec, Alice, Mira, yada yada yada. You guys already know each other. Sitting over here, we have Aurelus, who is one of the two green sages. We then have Lilac. You've met him once or twice, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
We have Cassandra, who I'm sure you're very familiar with. Probably the barrel of her gun, if I had to imagine.
Yeah, familiar.
Well, you wouldn't let me bring it into this meeting, so.
No, because I don't want any holes in the ceiling.
Don't look in my bedroom.
I don't want to know. And Lilac lets out a mildly frustrated sigh, and you can hear him mutter out something about concrete. Anyway, moving swiftly onwards. I'm sure you're all to some degree familiar with Astra, or Adio, Goddess of the Harvest. fancy titles and fancy gods. And Diana, please, can you stop sitting as a bird?
Oh, I was really enjoying my swan form. I think it's much more flattering on my figure.
Oh, it's a woman! Oh!
Oh!
Yes, of course. Diana, if you could please change back to normal, I would appreciate it.
I will, I
How
will.
have you nearly shot a god?
It was funny though.
Oh, of course.
Mala has this look of, oh.
Oh, I'm
I-
so glad I didn't shoot you.
I think
That
we're
would have been so
glad
bad.
You didn't shoot her. I think we would have died.
Oh
Lupus looks at Alec, then looks at Milo, looks at Penton, looks at Alice, and just shakes his head. Yes, I'm very glad you didn't try and shoot the goddess, who probably would have, you know, smited you several feet under, you know.
I asked her to pick me up and throw me in the lake. I don't.
You know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
I could.
Well, darling, if you're about to be picked up and thrown in the lake.
Okay.
Anyway, before people start trying to kill each other, you've literally just been introduced. I should let you know that, as of current, this is everybody. This is who we're working with for now. And we've managed to gather together some of the... trying to think of a way to describe it for you. We've managed to gather together some of the people. But this is a person I don't think that most of you have met. This is Karina. Oh, yes, a pleasure to meet you all. And over there, my adorable son. And Karina raises her hand as though she, and like does a little like grabbing motion as if she was gonna squish Milo's face.
Mom.
Anyway, it is a pleasure to meet you all. Mum, it's good to see you again. Diana, always a pleasure.
Always.
And Lilac and Cassandra, goodness, how are you two doing? And Karina leans back into the chair and like kind of has a hand like half grip the side of her face with like a finger up, like, you know, the kind of the sassy ooh spill the tea kind of pose sort of thing. I know what I'm describing, but I can't think of a specific pose. But she's got a very big sassy energy to the way she's posed right now.
Well, let's just say that Lilac and I have been getting some advice from Edith. It's a very happy time.
I can imagine. Though I couldn't do anything that she was suggesting to poor Casper. Probably end up snapping him.
You probably would end up scarring him for life. You are quite passionate.
And at this remark, Karina like flexes. Well, they don't call me best mum of the year for nothing. And she then looks at Milo and goes, "Don't worry, sweetheart. You'll embarrass your kids like this at some point as well." And Lucas is just sitting there with his face in his hand. Anyway, as I was going to say, we've managed to get some details on the remaining sages, I guess. And we've managed to get them by name as well. Like Aurelus? Ah, yes, well, I should be so kind as to let you know that my brother Meraxus is on his way. Now, don't get me wrong. My brother is a bit unique. Tell me, have you ever seen what happens when a Kangan and a Leonid come together? Just imagine a Viking. That's all you really need to know about my brother. Lupus lets out a sigh. Unfortunately, there is one problem we do face. All of us are here together, yes. The problem is that we don't have somebody from the Helm family. And the one potential candidate isn't exactly friendly with us, we'll put it that way. And Lupus places down, on the table, 2 sketches. This is one of those people. And it's basically a sketch of Alistair. Unfortunately, we don't know where he's gone, but he's not a viable candidate anymore after what we had to do to resolve his problems. And Karina scowls slightly, thinking about it. Anyway, the other person is, well, how do we put it? He is problematic. And Lupus pushes a sketch forward that I am gonna post in the main chat so you guys can see. This is the Pariah King.
Oh my
The
god.
Pariah who? He is the only remaining member of that family tree.
Fit.
Does he have an actual name?
What?
Yes, he has an actual name.
And what is it?
I wouldn't know.
Oh.
Unfortunately, only he knows that.
So we have to convince this guy to come join us.
Yes, essentially. I would have brought Sarak to introduce himself, but he seems insistent on waiting it out in the Feywild for a little bit of time. What else? Ah, right. Ladies, and Lupus looks to Astra, Diana, Karina, and Cassandra. As I'm sure you're aware, it's been a little while since we've been on the battlefield together. So I'm going to take a little bit of time whilst the rest of Group U are preparing themselves for the upcoming confrontation, and, well, getting ready for that. I'm going to be trying to give you a little bit of training and help you to readjust to the fight. Obviously, Astra and Diana, you two were present for the siege of Zodia, but I think we're going to have to try and help you get a little bit more fighting fit than that. We got lucky that time, unfortunately. However, I think you might notice something of use. And let me just 2 seconds, because I forgot to do this earlier. Okay, there we go. I will have to reteach you how to use those, what we call, I guess, crystal combos. The most cheesy name I could come up with at that point. I've managed to file them down into runic spells. Astra, I know you're already aware of this. I think we spoke about it previously.
Yes.
But I'm going to be trying to teach you how to use them once again without having to pair up. It's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it's the best that we can really do right now. That being said, Lupus goes very, very still for a moment, and Lilac looks towards the door. And the room goes very quiet.
Huh?
What's going on?
It takes a few seconds to get a reply, but the next thing is a very, very sudden and almost violent movement from Lupus and Lilac as they basically catapult themselves directly to the door, and you can hear a very quiet bell sound echoing. It's a very, very quiet ting noise, but it echoes. And the two of them, before anybody can really question anything further, have vacated the room, leaving everybody else in semi-stunned silence. We should probably go and find out what's happening. Is anybody gonna get up and follow?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, it's Alice. Alice's internet.
Rip. Oh.
Alice!
Sorry, yeah, my internet went fucky wucky.
Oh, don't worry. Mine's been trying to do that the whole day because my Ethernet cable is like, but I'm ever so slightly at a 2-degree angle. I'm not gonna lurk. Anyway, so people rush out of this room straight to the Guildhall's entrance, where a very battered and injured looking person is propping up another very battered and injured looking person, who is basically giving a piggyback. Who's giving a piggyback to a third person who is completely out cold.
Hey, they live.
It's Group V.
Yes.
Is it?
They made it back!
Currently, Throck has Leon on his back, carrying him. Leon is out cold, and Mado is basically keeping Throck propped up. The three of them look like shit. They are covered in like cuts, blood, bruises, various injuries. And
God.
after a few moments, Throck ends up dropping onto his knees, with Mado very quickly following.
Rush over to help.
Rushing over to support.
Well, oh god, you are back and alive. Thank fuck for that. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly put it down to that to fucking take us out. And Mado looks up, is very clearly not doing great, but is still trying to keep a positive energy about him. So, when were you gonna let us know that you kinda left a lot of that place full? Nah, I'm fucking with you. Although I think Leon might have overexerted himself just a little bit. Boy's been out cold for the last 3 or 4 hours easily. And I don't think Throck's too far off it.
Let's get you guys to the med bay. Infirmary.
Yeah, to the infirmary.
Lilac looks over to Cass, just gives a very, very quick nod before basically having like him and Lupus help 3 straight towards the med bay to get fixed up. And after a little bit of chaos, the meeting is rejoined together. Oh my god, okay, they're alive. That's the main thing. Right, I apologize for that. You see, one of the protective magics laid over this guild is essentially like a little notification type thing for a few of us that are attuned to it. So if somebody comes in and they're on death's door, we know. So we can get somebody immediately there to help them out, for lack of a better description. Anyway, what I want to do is try and spend some time getting everybody up to par up to scratch, whatever you want to call it. I've already set up some rooms for you ladies. So Karina, Diana, Cass, you've got rooms for the evening, and they'll be your.
Oh, this will be fun.
Well, of course, they'll be your abodes for the time being.
Always much appreciated.
And Lupus has a little bit of a smile on his face. So, in the meantime, I must make clear. Obviously, Aurelus, you'll need to go and we'll sort out some more socially important things later. I'll show you where your rooms are. Meanwhile, Group U, would you mind heading down to the Colosseum? We're gonna do some training.
Sure.
Okay.
It'll be a couple of hours because I've got to make sure these ladies know what rooms they're staying in, and then yada yada yada. You get the gist of it. But anyway, we'll reconvene in a few hours, okay?
Okie dokie.
All right.
So, Group U has left the room and has headed back to their room for a short period, leaving. Aurelus will have left the room as well. With Lilac and Cass quickly following as Lilac takes Cassandra to the room that she will be staying in. Lupus looks back to Diana, Astra, and Karina with a very gentle smile on his face. Oh, it's good to have you guys back. It's not going to be as fun, not going to be as traumatic as last time, but it will be kind of terrifying.
Question mark? It says Astra.
Well, it's going to be less traumatic than last time because there's hopefully not as many people potentially perishing.
True.
Was one of those little minions one of your children, Astra?
No. Andromeda.
Not the one that looks vaguely like you?
And Astra's slowly backing away. Andromeda's on her way to the guild.
Karina looks over to Astra. Oh, you finally said something, have you, Mother? I was wondering when you were going to tell people. Goodness. And Lupus just looks at Diana, looks at Karina, looks at Astra, puts his hands together, and with his fingertips touching his snout, before just tilting his hands forward. Right. We will discuss this another time, because there's
is this a sensitive topic?
Well, let's just say that this daughter that Astra's had is 40-something years old.
I'm running.
Right, yes, well, I did.
She's been about for a while.
Hidden a little bit.
Yes. We'll talk about it another time, because it's a whole topic. Anyhow.
Right.
Shall I show you to these rooms that we have prepped especially for you?
Please.
Down this hallway, and Lupus leads the way. And along the way, there's some general chit-chat. And Lupus looks over to Diana. Say, how things been at Aquarium?
Oh, well, things have been, they've been alright. Gosh.
Have they made any preparations for Diamond Weapon's return this time? Did they manage to set up that little turret thing that I sent over? Well, I sent the parts over for a little while ago.
Well, it's been in progress. I'm not sure of its completion as of yet, but it should be on its way.
Okay, well that's useful, because we're going to try and make sure that nothing gets absolutely destroyed this time. Because,
Please.
I imagine the repair costs weren't exactly a fun, debate to have.
It's been a long couple of years of reparations, but we're getting there slowly.
Well, that's the main thing. Myself, the elites, and, well, Ziffy, whenever he makes his way back, have, been trying to make some preparations to try and hit this thing down before it gets close enough to, launch a large selection of explosives into the town
God,
again.
that would be awful if it did. We really do need to stop it, especially if they're heading towards Aquarian.
Well, we've got a rough idea of when it's supposed to be coming back online, so we can get there relatively quick. But anyway, enough talking about things exploding. And Lupus opens a door.
Reminds me of Felly.
Haha.
Yes. Certainly the, experience. Anyway, please come in. And as Lupus enters the room, and I'm assuming people are following in,
Yeah.
there are several, smaller, for lack of better wording, portals. And you can see into them. One of them is a direct portal to Astra's plane. One of them is a direct portal to Diana's own personal little pocket dimension that she has. And then one of them has a direct connection back to the orchard, where Karina's basically made her way from. Now, these aren't exactly perfect. Obviously, we've only had some time to work on them, so they're not as expansive, but I'm hoping they should be nice little replicas. They're essentially some little pocket dimensions that myself and a few other members of the guild have put together.
Right.
Wow, this is very thoughtful.
Well,
It looks so similar, I actually genuinely got scared for a second there.
well, that's understandable. I've been doing my hard work to try and make sure that everybody's comfortable, considering I've not exactly been the most available the last 25, 30 years or so.
You were raising
I'm
a
joking.
child. Like Astra.
Oi.
Lupus starts laughing.
Andromeda is perfectly fine, thank you.
Yes, she's being escorted here by, well, one of my groups. Guild groups, anyway. Say, I heard that she almost ended up punching one of them in the face.
What? The tea!
I think that might have been that group member's fault, though. They have a habit of, surprising people with various herbs. I probably shouldn't have sent Group M. They're known for being a bit problematic, but it's fine. Anyway.
Oh, no.
Hubs! Like mother, like daughter?
Hang on, no, that was the group member that
Yes.
tried to offer Andromeda herbs. Andromeda doesn't quite like tea as much as I.
Well, anyway. I've been told, and Lupus's expression changes from one of, a teasing / mocking expression to one of genuine hopeful energy. I've been told that Norik might still be, well, alive. Not alive in the sense of being as he was, but I've heard rumors that he's become the next Rama. I'm assuming
Yes.
one of you two would know that.
Did I forget to tell you when I first saw you?
I think you may have. Either that or my recollection is not exactly amazing stress. is a thing.
I mean, it was Karina that told me about Noriko Rama's situation.
Lupus looks at Karina. Is this true? Well, yes, I must say it definitely is true. Although, well, considering I've been basically having to run back and forth between the forest guard and trying to work out where Rose went off to, and then raising 3 kids and looking after a husband, I've not exactly had the time to come and visit within the last few years. But yes, he is very much still alive.
Wow, that's really lovely to hear.
So, what has he been doing all that time then? And fucking Karina just smiles. Well, I found out that from what I'm aware, he finally came out as autosexual.
Whoa! Oh my goodness! Wow, crazy! Couldn't have guessed it.
I knew he loved himself, but my god. Well, yes, I must say. Anyway, Mother.
Yes.
Other Mother wanted me to... Well, I say other Mother. I've got to come up with a nickname for each of you. Anyway. A lovely tiefling mother wanted me to deliver this to you. And she pulls out of her satchel this fresh loaf of apple bread. Aw, well, isn't that sweet? Oh, Diana, by the way, before I forget, I do think that we should have a little chat about, well, and Lucas kind of waves his hand over Diana. I think it might be a good idea if we try and figure out how to get you properly battle ready. Oh, and I've also, you can thank me for it later, but I may or may not have a couple of things for the group.
Pardon me, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
My god, you're spoiling my moment.
Anyway, I do have a couple of things set aside for you, and I do believe that when Marianne isn't being detained by Vida, she'll eventually be able to join us. But I managed to recreate a couple of useful things from our previous venture. They're not exactly one-to-one perfect replications, because I'm not a god, as much as I wish I could be.
Well, I am.
Well, I know you are, but you're not Leviathan. You're the Raven Queen, come on.
I could have been Leviathan. We are quite good friends now, actually, in our old age.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call you old. You stopped aging like 20, 30 years ago, easily. You look
I'm going to
absolutely
live to about 700. I think I'll be okay.
My dude, you're a goddess. You are factually immortal unless you are killed by a god killer weapon or any of those varieties.
I'm just imagining actually.
So about 700 years.
Bruh! Or that sorceress group thing from that one place that I've forgotten the name of that begins with T with all the Magitech stuff.
Oh, Tempeal.
Definitely that
yes. one. Tempeal is not exactly a fun place to be right now. But,
and they're not fans of us either.
Also, I have, I'll try and keep it brief, but I found out what happened to Sid about 20 years after everybody went their separate ways. He's had a couple of kids. I think one of them's living in Ishtar. The other
More
one,
kids?
He had 2. So he
had a lot of kids.
We had Edward and oh god. It's Edward and Zen. Zen is living in Ishtar, and then Edward's doing mechanical stuff in Lenfar. So he's kind of the one that fixes up a lot of things. But useful thing to make note of. You know how he was a little bit risque?
Mildly to put it.
Well, if I were to tell you that he's not exactly met his end, but he's a goddess. Not a god, a goddess.
What?
Oh, I need to hear more details.
Well,
More now.
okay, well, the ruling goddess of the plane of Mechanus is a god known as Audia. Or was known as Audia. And, well, Sid may have ended up encountering her, and they got down to it.
No.
To such an extent that they ended up somehow fusing into each other. Because Audia doesn't have a physical... Audia... Let me explain. Audia doesn't have a physical body. So Sid went down on her spirit, and then they were combined. He was very upset about the fact he didn't have breasts. But that's Sid for you. And Lupus is sitting there with the expression of, I'm trying not to laugh, but he is definitely trying and failing to hold in the laughter.
That is definitely a first. I'm not sure that I've ever come across that before.
Well, yes. Basically, Sid is now... His physical body is currently under the guild, being kept in a safe room, but his spirit is currently in Mechanus. He's essentially taking the world's most epic power nap right now.
Bro.
And I've been told I'm not allowed to disturb him, or he's going to slap me. His words, not mine.
He's obviously having a great time.
Well, he certainly had a great time, I'll tell you that much. And Lucas takes a moment to ponder. Anyway, I should probably go and get started on helping out the review. I'll come back and give you guys a hand trying to pick up your old runes and that, but please try not to go goddess whilst you're within the guild. As a little bit of a self-defense measure, a couple of the guild members are not quite ready to deal with that after the Lilium Beast appeared last time.
Fair enough.
Oh, they don't want to see a goddess flex her wings? God damn. Oh, they're missing out.
Lupus shakes his head. No, more that a couple of them were basically ripped into pieces by the Lilium Beast. I don't think...
Come on, I would never.
No, but they haven't quite processed that yet, so...
Makes sense.
Just, yeah, for the time being. Anyway, right. I shall come back and give you guys some assistance with various bits and pieces later.
And
now,
let me go say a proper hello to my daughter.
in a little bit, I've got to get them training first. And then you can go for them, yeah?
Oh, okay.
Alright. I'll come and let you know when they're ready, or something like that. And Lupus heads off, leaving Krina, Astra, and Diana in this little room with the various, like, I guess, not tiny portals, like the portals to these little pocket dimensions that have been made for them.
So, go fish?
Well, I suppose
So this is your daughter?
What?
Karina looks to Diana. No, her daughter is, well, her second daughter is currently being escorted here by a guild group. You'll get to meet her soon enough. Anyway, why don't we play some Go Fish?
Right. This is a second daughter. So how many is this now?
Well, the first is Karina,
Hi.
my
I'm-
lovely
yes.
adopted daughter that you met and also saved 50 years ago.
Yes. No, I
And
do
then-
know Karina. Karina, I do know.
And then there's Andromeda, the one that I gave birth to about 40 years ago.
This is the new one.
Yes. Well, not so new.
Do you have grandchildren yet?
No. Actually, what?
Karina
Yeah,
puts
well-
her hands on her hips, looks at them. Mother,
Yes.
Mother, I do have children.
Yes.
Diana, I will have to introduce. I will have to. Excuse Mother, she's having a bit of a moment.
I think she's got something wrong with her.
You
She's a little
just
bit
met
embarrassed.
Milo. Milo is Karina's son.
Yes,
What about say
Okay.
daughter?
Mother.
I didn't want to, just assume these things, but like, yeah,
So,
the resemblance is definitely there.
Karina looks to. Karina looks to Diana. Okay, so I'll have to introduce you to them at some point, but I did have twins. Which was Milo and Carl. Unfortunately, Carl passed on in battle, so you won't be able to meet him
I'm sorry.
again. It's something to come to terms with, but it just means that I've got to focus my love more on my remaining two children. So Milo is still alive, and then I will have to introduce you to Twilight at some point. She's a little bit, like myself when I was...
A menace.
Yes, Milo.
Astra!
She is a menace. She runs around the house with a warhammer, has broken many of my windows. To
She
the
also
point...
manages to crawl on the ceiling.
Yes, it's
Oh,
quite
this does
impressive.
sound like Alice.
Yes, they... Maybe not metal... No, she's like literally crawling on the ceiling. And I'm gonna...
Okay, right, not quite like Alice, but it could be close.
I'm gonna slide away from this interaction as Astra, Diana, and Karina discuss about their children and how they've been getting on for the
Yes.
last 50
My
years
head
or so.
hurts.
Meanwhile, after a couple of hours... actually... So
actually.
Lupus leaves the three of them to have that conversation, and as he's making his way down the corridor, he ends up bumping into Penton. Hi. I wasn't expecting you to be out. I thought you'd be getting prepped.
Hi.
Hello. Why are you here?
So, somebody told me to meet at the special meeting place.
Lupus's eyes light up for a moment. Wait.
Yes.
But... And
I'm gonna say this because it's funnier out of context. I sat on him.
And you just hear Lupus's footsteps break into a sprint down the hallway. And the whole guild just hears the word Ziffy being shouted out loud in the most chaotic manner possible, followed by just chaotic movement as Lupus is nearly tripping over himself to try and sprint back to find where Ziffy is. So a couple of hours pass along, and the group is all gathered. What the fuck are you doing? Sorry. Anyway, I look to my left and frickin' Zippy's messing about with the tassels on the dressing gown. Anyway, so a couple of hours pass, and the group ends up gathering in the Colosseum with a guest that you weren't quite expecting to join you initially, being that not just one guild master, but both guild masters are present. And this is with Group U, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Group U is in this room.
Yeah.
The Coliseum is not a special meeting place.
No. I would be concerned if that was. Okay, so I am going to try and help you all here. I can do one of two things. I can try and teach you some new runes, or I can try and help you along with your twin casting. I can't do both.
Windcasting.
Because I can have... What I can do, I can teach you runes, but unfortunately, whilst I have a lot of in-depth knowledge on how they function, I've only got so many that I can teach you as of right now. Or I can, with Ziffy's help, if you wouldn't mind.
Yep, sure.
I can help you along with your twin casting with 2 other people.
Runes, 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 runes.
Are you certain?
I want to do runes, but I think twin casting is probably more useful.
So,
But runes are so cool. Why would you
I
not choose
know.
runes?
I know.
Lupus looks to Alice. Considering that we have plenty of time after the fight with the Tark Abomination, I can teach you some more then, if you'd do the if you'd learn some more twin casting now. And I can promise you that. I will literally... What's the type of promise that you end up doing the most? Like
Pinky
a contract
promise?
or a... I will pinky promise
The
you.
one where if you don't keep your promise, I chop your head off.
Yes.
You can
Yes!
certainly try, says Zippy.
Lupus looks to Zippy. Behave. We all know that you're defensive of me, but come on. Do you think that she's gonna swing fast enough to hit me?
No, that's why I said you could certainly... I'm not gonna hit her.
You would.
What?
Anyway,
You're not going to hit me in front of my mother.
I mean, I
But
would.
she's not here.
Sorry, that was the most chaotic laughter I could have let out.
He's not here.
She's not here.
She's back in the fucking guild. We're like,
No one's
we're,
trying
we're,
to
we're,
say
we're,
You're
we're,
also still in the guild.
I know.
I thought you said Colosseum. I thought the Colosseum was
Yes.
a bit away.
No, it's inside the guild. It's like in the middle of the guild.
Where the fuck did we go at the beginning
I
of the
will
campaign then?
Also, oh, you mean the frickin' place with
Arena.
where you fought Mado?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also one in the town.
I thought, okay.
There are 2. Don't worry.
There have been
It's
2 this
confusing.
entire time.
You-
There have
I
been
have
2.
genuinely been thinking you've been talking about the arena this entire fucking time.
Why would we have brought our enemy to our guild?
Anyway, I will make sure to clarify which is which in future, because I realize I have not been clear as to which one is which. Anyway.
It's fine, I wasn't there, I was a different character.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying that in character,
No,
obviously.
I know,
I'm
but
not
it's still
saying that
funny.
in character. You silly sausages.
That's a whole new
So
meaning.
sick.
Anyway,
Oh dear.
runes, no. To
Twin casting.
twin
Yes.
casting.
So,
I could have said something else, but that would have made TOS friendly. Never mind.
anyway. You know, fuck it, I can reveal what's here. Boom, boom.
Oh shit, I'm actually supposed to
Oh, roll
look over.
20?
No. I have revealed more of the page, more of the twin casting, like, block
Oh.
on the buff and debuff tracker, so
Oh, the buffer. I don't have to open right now.
that's fine. You probably won't need it open.
Because I'm opening it.
Imagine later on I'm gonna have to do like a whole 40 by 40 fucking size grid with this shit. So, Lupus looks
Can't do that.
to everybody here. Ah, Aurelus, you took your time getting here. And there's an out of breath Aurelus panting as he enters. may or may not have lost track of time. Fuck.
Aurolus, I choose you for twin casting.
And I
Oh
choose
my
you for
God,
something.
we get it.
Wait.
What did he say?
Lupus chuckles. All right, Alice. We'll see. We'll see about getting something sorted out soon. So, who's pairing up with who? I'm assuming you've already laid claim, Alec.
Yes.
So you will be the first viewer. Lupus looks to everyone else. Right, so. Anybody have any preferences?
Mira, do you want to try? I mean, you're the one with all the spells, Black Mage, so...
Oh, okay, we can give it a try.
Okay, so Mira and Penton.
Memo and Bunny Boy.
Alice, do you have any preferences?
Milo?
Sure.
Let me double check something.
I'm quite sure we've got no fucking spells in common, but
Yeah, I don't know, yeah, what we would be good at twin casting, but...
Hang on 2 seconds.
To be fair, I don't think I had anything in common with Penton either, but we
Dispel.
did something.
You had Dispel.
Oh, slow, we had Dispel.
I've got nothing to help you, I think, unless you've got darkness.
Who doesn't have Dispel?
I know, right?
Because
What kind of
Ninja does not
spellcaster?
carry a Ninja does not carry a Dispel. Call yourself a spellcaster. Meh.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
You bring shame to the name.
this is gonna be really funny, but if any of you kept the reflect ring at any
Yeah.
point, you can use that.
Alice, do you have the reflect ring?
Don't know if she does.
I don't think I do.
Son of a bitch. Does anyone either have reflect ring or ninja spells?
I have a signet ring.
Oh, I might have those. Says Sophie. I have to, like, specify if it's a Sophie and Penton aren't very similar.
Yeah. So, Milo,
I could hear the
Ziffy
difference.
Ziffy has offered to pair up with you.
Alright, Teach.
Oh yeah, because that's really cute.
Yeah.
You got
Too
how
bad
to
for
fight-
too fucking bad, not gonna be here for longer. Ha! Anyway.
And for my first
Sorry.
lesson, I shall teach you how to fire gun.
I teach you the spell gun.
It has infinite penetration.
Bruh.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, I've just remembered I fucking loaded Alex's gun whilst drunk.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now I have a loaded gun.
Oh
Yep.
no.
I should probably take off town the fucking...
We'll sort that
I've
out
never-
later.
Roll misfire check.
Already done. Don't worry about it.
No. How the fuck has Alice got the most active pairings? The fuck?
I thought you were gonna say
What
most
do you mean
active parents, which is not wrong.
Alice does have very
But-
active parents.
Hmm.
He has the most active parents.
Alice, you were approached by Xanis. Well, I suppose me and you could probably well, take a crack at it anyway.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Pair K up with user. And Nolan looks mildly displeased that he's been fucking left with Gelda. Oh, for the love of God, you're gonna fucking leave me with Mr. Deadweight over here. I'm fucking with you, lad, but honestly. Anyway, come on then.
We can triplet cast.
No.
Triple cast.
This is the thing.
Oh my god, let's go! Come, join us, Nolan.
Why not?
Basic-
Bro, you just
To clarify how that functions, you would need 3 people that are capable of twin casting with each other. So, right now, if Kay and Penton learn, like, twin cast together, and they're capable of doing that, then you can actually get a three-person casting going between Alice, Penton, and Kay. That is a thing.
That'd be sick.
Yep.
Is there feasibly a limit to it?
The feasible limit is technically 9. You can get 9 people at once because it's an action thing. So hypothetically, you can get that many people in one space. Good luck trying to do that though, because that'll be a fucking expensive spell.
I mean, if we can get everybody, then the initiative roll, I think, doesn't matter, because everybody. Initiative.
That requires everybody to be compatible and spellcasters. Looks at notes. Smile. Anyway, so Lupus begins to basically try and help you guys coordinate with one another. And as you go for it, feeling nice?
No.
no.
Okay, everybody roll me a D100, please.
Oh, it's D100.
I thought it was
Oh
D10.
no, I never roll well with these.
Isn't it a D10?
Who fucking
No,
cares?
I'm
No.
using D100 specifically.
I'm joking.
Because Lucas is currently using his own magic to amplify yours, so you learn this fast.
Epic!
I hate
Hey,
D100s.
Huh!
It's not good.
Huh!
Trust me,
So then
mine
you
is
were
worse.
wondering why you heard many dice rolling? It's because I can use a reaction to reroll. And the first
Come
one
on,
was shite.
Aurolus.
Okay, so Aurolus. Me. What did you roll, Alec?
23.
You know, I use the virtual dice for this because I can't be arsed. Well, he rolled an 80.
Yay! Well
So,
done.
That is the spell that you two would have been practicing would have been Moment of Prescience. So next one I will do is Alice. What did you roll?
2.
Oof.
A 2.
Yeah. Yes, a solid 2.
2. Out of
Wow.
100.
Out of 100, I rolled a 2.
Oof.
Okay. Well, I may have rolled a 99.
Oh!
How the?
Well, that's good.
It sounded like genuine panic. Like, ah.
Well, I was quite panicked when I rolled a 2.
I mean, understandable. Right. From there, Mira and Penton.
83.
30.
You know what's funny? You already had a 41% progress on this, so
Did we?
yes.
Yeah.
The current pairings that actually have progress are Milo, Alec, Alice, Nolan, Mira, K, and then you got K, Xanis, Jeldy, Uzok. And at some point, fucking Nolan Uzok, the fuck?
Norland?
What are these whack-ass pairings?
I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
you're done.
Norlan and Yuzok are the big boys.
Norland.
They are very
That's
large.
what they are.
They are very large men.
They're the big fellas.
They are very large, big fellas.
Isn't that like a burger chain in America?
No.
Goodfellas. That's the
Yes.
show.
Five Guys.
It's a pizza place as
Oh,
well.
Five Guys.
And not actually a pizza place. It's
At
a
one?
bagels.
I mean, Lupus, you would
No,
like
I'm
Five
stopping.
Guys.
I'm stopping.
I
You know what I mean.
would like Five
Stop.
Guys. The mutual chaotic laughter.
Ah!
I must say stop at what freaking Alex said.
What?
I said at once.
I mean,
Lupus will take 5 men at once.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay.
I
Let's.
mean, if he wouldn't, then I would. Just
Oh, okay.
anyway, moving swiftly onwards.
No more guys.
No more
No
men.
more.
I am
No
abstaining
more.
from men.
They're
I'm now lesbian.
cancelled. They're cancelled.
Your daily dose of man has been cancelled.
Your
so
subscription
net.
your subscription to man has been cancelled.
Oh,
Damn,
no.
that's a shame.
Okay.
I never had any men to begin with, so that makes a difference.
Oof. Okay, Milo, what did you roll?
90.
And Zippy.
Oh yeah, sure, I roll twice.
Hold on.
98.
98. Jesus. Okay, so I need to, once I eventually add Zippy to this, I now know that Zippy might have for twin casting. Okay. And we'll do one more pair each, because why not? So Milo and Alec, do you two wanna finish up your chain?
Sure.
Why not?
Finish
I'm
what you
not compatible
started.
with anyone else.
See, if I had swapped around what order I was gonna put frickin' Red Mage and Ninja on Xanis, you would have had a compatible link, if you will.
Unless someone has a reflect ring.
Mira looks at Mira.
What's the question? Huh? What's
You still
happened?
have reflect from the reflect
What?
ring.
Would you like for me to cast Reflect on you?
No.
That's
It's
Okay, I cast
self-targeting.
Reflect on Lupus.
What-
It's self-targeting, you realise that, right?
I cast Reflect on myself.
Okay.
Is that the brain cell energy that you're bouncing back?
It sure fucking is.
Okay. So, Mira, you've already got Penton. The only other person that you started progress with would be Kay. Otherwise, it's complete zeros across the board.
Can I wander over to the midget?
Which midget? There are many short people in this party.
Oh shit.
You are one of them.
Am I?
You are, yes. The shortest person in this party, I believe, is Kay at 5'2".
Well, there you go. That's the midget I'm talking about.
You are correct.
Okay, so Mira and Kay. Yeah, I'm gonna ask Alice before you, Penton, because I fucking know you got Shadow Elemental. So Alice, you got your pick of Aurolus, Uzok, Norland, Gelda, Xanis. You've already got Kay. Yeah, you've already got Kay, Penton, and Xanis at 100%. The only person you've made progress with so far is Norland.
Oh, let's go with Nolan.
Okay. So Alice and Nolan. Also, Alice, have you noticed that your bubble has gotten like way bigger?
I'm not logged on to Roll20.
Well, I'll let you know.
But I will notice it later.
Your bubble has gotten like 20 feet larger. Just so you know.
Oh, let's go.
Yo.
Look at my thick
got-
bubble.
Dick. You've got Gelda, and you've already 100%ed Alice, Mira, and Lupus.
Xanis.
Xanis?
Yeah.
Okay. Gelda, you can sit this one out. Because you're
Gelda, you are also here.
I'm gonna have Gelda sit this one out because he's getting grumbly. Like, I just want to point out this entire time Gelda's had the expression of, I don't want to be here. Like, he is done with existing here. But anyway, Get those D100s ready, people. We're going again.
That was terrible.
Ooh, something good.
Well, not as bad as what Alice got last time.
Okay. Okay, so Alec and Milo.
I rolled 82.
32.
There we go.
I think we're
That's
done.
100%, yeah.
Let's go. I just opened the wrong thing. No.
Okay, Kay and Mira, how's that situation going?
98.
I don't even need to roll for Kay, because you already had fucking 13. Well, there you go, that one's sorted.
Wait, so is it just adding them together and then that's the percentage you gain?
Yep, because your magic is being amplified to such an extent by the Guildmaster currently, it's accelerating your learning speed by a full 10 times.
Nice.
Because I can't do shit aside from amplify or diminish. That's my whole thing. I'm being mildly sarcastic.
Alec is the curtain boy and now you're the amplify boy.
So, Alice, what did you roll?
9. Promise I'm rolling a D100. I don't know why.
Don't worry, I had that yesterday. I was rolling randomly for some bits and pieces, and I managed to roll 4 ones on a 46. Just 1, 1, 1, 1. I did that 3 times in a row. It was
Yeah,
really
but that's a
depressing.
D6. This is literally a D100. Like, there are so many other possibilities of numbers I could possibly land on, but somehow they're all below 10.
My guy, I rolled 12 D6s, and all of them were 1s. I know your pain.
Okay, you do know my pain.
Okay, so roll D100. Oh! 61. Yep, that's Alice and Nolan at the cap. Kenton, what did you roll?
43.
3 and 78. Nice. Okay, now I've got to find where the fucking crossover is. Oh god. I apologize in advance. There we go. Okay, so that is the time that you have spent on that. And after this training session, you are gathered together and basically praised for doing a good job. You're all feeling quite worn out as Lupus's amplification is reduced down, so your magic levels are back to normal, and you're feeling quite fatigued. What's resolved by fatigue? Rest. So, you end up turning in for the evening. And because it's just ticked over, that is where I'm going to end the session. So I will see you in the next one.
Bye!